We've spoken to the auto driver who rushed Saif Ali Khan to hospital hours after he was attacked in his home. Remember that the family, in fact, couldn't reach their car or their driver, and so young Taimur Ali Khan took his father Saif to hospital in an auto. Let's play out for you exactly what the auto driver had to say.
इस वक्त ऑटो ड्राइवर भजन सिंह जी हमारे साथ हैं। सैफ अली खान को हॉस्पिटल इस ऑटो रिक्शा में लेके गए थे। उस रात को क्या हुआ था भजन जी, अगर साहब बता पाए।
जी सर, मैं जैसे नाइट में गाड़ी चलाता हूँ तो मैं गलियों में भाड़े की तलाश में यानी अपने ग्राहक को ढूंढ रहा, ठीक है। कोई मिलता मेरे को हाथ देता कि रिक्शा रिक्शा रोको रोको रोको, तो गेट से भी आ जाती है। तो एक लेडीज सामने से भाग के आती है तो बोले फटाक से भैया जी उठन लो, फटाक से गेट पे गाड़ी लगाओ, इमरजेंसी है, किसी को घाव लगा है। घाव लगाने के बाद जैसे गेट पे जाता हूँ तो 2-4 लोग निकलते हैं, रिक्शा खड़ा करा तो देखता हूँ एक आदमी निकल रहा है, उसको खून से ब्लड से यानी कि पूरा वाइट
ब्लड से खून से भरा हुआ था। तो देखने के बाद तो देखते देखते फिर मेरे को भी थोड़ा वो लगा, अफसोस हुआ। मैंने यार इसको ज्यादा जख्म लगा हुआ, तो मैंने फटाफट बैठाया उनको, बैठे वो तो एक बच्चा बैठा और एक और भी उनके साथ में कोई बैठा था। तकरीबन वही 3-3:45 बजे का टाइमिंग होगा सर। हाँ, और उन्होंने बैठने के बाद क्या कहा आपसे?
तो मैंने कहा चलो ठीक है, वो बात करने लगे। फिर आपसी में वो बात कही है, बोले हॉस्पिटल ले लो। तो मैं तो सीधे ही ऐसे गलियों में घुसा दिया था हॉस्पिटल की तरफ, चाहे बाबा लगे, पहले बाबा लगता है, उसके बाद में राइट मारोगे हिल रोड पे अपना होली फैमिली लगता है, और अंदर फिर उसके बाद फिर लीलावती लगता है। तो फिर मैं यही पूछा मैंने, सर किधर जाएंगे? तो आपस में पहले बोले कि लीलावती जाएंगे या होली फैमिली जाएंगे। तो फिर उनसे जैसे बोले अपना सैफ अली खान बोले कि लीलावती चलो। उसके बाद में मैं एक कंफर्म करने के लिए फिर पूछा कि अगर लीलावती जाते तो सीधा जाते, तो मैंने कहा अंदर से लेके चलूंगा। तो फिर वो लीलावती गए। मैंने सर लीलावती, बोले हाँ लीलावती। फिर मैं गलियों से अपना बालाजी से लेफ्ट मारा, चप्पल रोड से सीधा निकाला। तो मेरे से इतना पूछे कितना टाइम लगेगा, मैंने सर बस यूटर्न मार के सामने गेट ही आ गया, लीलावती पहुंच ही चुके थे। हाँ,
और कोई बात कर रहे थे वो लोग जब ऑटो में बैठे थे?
और कोई ज्यादा कोई बात नहीं हुई।
जब आपने उनको ऐसा खून
गया तो वो खुद ही बोले कि फटाफट जैसा कि जो है उनको बुलाओ स्टाफ को, मैं सैफ अली खान हूँ। तब मुझे पता चला मैंने सैफ अली खान है। जब तक स्टेजर आया तो फिर इधर खसक के फिर मैं भी जैसा ये बैठी है मैडम, तो मैं भी ऐसा करके बैठ गया थोड़ा देखने को। मैंने स्टार कोई होता तो आज मैं भी जरा देख लूँ, कोई बड़ा सेल्फी होता है। तो मैं भी ये सोचा, मेरे पास भी फोन था, एक सेल्फी ले लूँ। तो मैंने नहीं, ऐसा कोई आदमी का थोड़ा घाव लगा है तो अच्छा नहीं लगता। हाँ,
पैसे मिले आपको?
नहीं, पैसे के लिए नहीं, तो एक उनके जो साथ में था तो वो ऐसे हाथ हिला दिए। मैंने चलो ठीक है जो भी है बस। हाँ,
So that's the auto driver who in the dead of night rushed Saif Ali Khan along with his son Taimur and a house help to the Leelavati hospital. And he describes how there was barely any conversation, but he was told directly to rush to Leelavati hospital. Only at one point did Saif speak up and ask how much more time, seemingly because he was in pain and was soaked completely in blood, going by the description of the auto driver. All right, in the last 24 hours, there have been several revelations that have come to the fore and details, really, of how the attack was carried out by the intruder. It's only, however, raised more questions. First, with the CCTV footage, it's clear that the attacker knew everything of the apartment building. So how did he know the ins and outs of the apartment so well? It's clear that either he's recce'd the entire building or he knew and he's worked there previously and so knew exactly where to go, which floor to land up on if he wanted to be at Saif and Karina's residence. How did he also know which AC duct goes into Saif's home? Once he reached the 11th floor, this intruder didn't break into the house. He actually entered into the AC duct and then landed up straight into the bedroom of the residence, into one of the bedrooms in the residence. So he didn't have to break down the door or any of that. He managed to enter using the AC duct, so he knew the details of the house, of the apartment so well that he even knew which duct leads right into Saif and Karina's residence. Now, can the motive of burglary, as the cops say, of theft, as the cops say, be established when the accused is yet to be apprehended? Are the cops essentially jumping the gun on this? Because it's been over 35 hours and they're yet to nab the accused. And yet they've gone ahead and filed an FIR in which they put charges of dacoity, of theft. And the reason that we say that, at this point, the motive still seems a little suspicious is because why did the attacker choose exactly Saif and Karina's residence? He didn't stop at any of the other floors. You see the CCTV footage, he set it straight for the 11th floor. So he clearly knew his target. He didn't want to just break into any house and rob it. If robbery was the motive, he wanted to particularly target Saif and Karina's home. Why? And that's something that the cops haven't answered just yet. How did the attacker manage to escape so easily? And obviously, again, the glare and the spotlight will be on the fact that the attacker knew exactly what he was doing. He had planned this to the T of using the fire exit, getting in through the AC duct, and then getting out again. Based on the details we have, he actually locked himself in a room and he was cornered by the helps in the house, by Saif Ali Khan as well, and then locked himself in the room, got back into the AC duct, and managed to escape without any problem. Now, we still don't know who the intruder is, who the attacker is, but looking at the details that have emerged on how this particular attack was carried out, there are questions about whether we're looking at a repeat offender, at a history sheeter. So many unanswered questions doing the rounds, in fact, more in the last 24 hours as details emerge of this case.
On Friday afternoon, nearly 36 hours after actor Saif Ali Khan was stabbed in his Bandra home by an intruder, CCTV footage of the alleged attacker climbing up the fire exit staircase surfaced. The timestamp on the footage, as you can see, reveals the time as 1:37 a.m. on the 16th of January. The same alleged attacker was seen climbing down the same fire exit staircase as recorded on CCTV on the 6th floor of the Satguru Sharan building on the 16th of January, and the timestamp reveals it as 2:33 a.m. Climbing up, his face is covered and he is barefoot, but while climbing down, his face is uncovered and he's wearing his shoes. Looks up at the camera before turning away. The police on the 16th of January claimed that the attacker was inside the building much before the incident happened. Saif Ali Khan was stabbed 6 times with 2 grievous injuries, one in his neck and one in his spine. He arrived at the Lilavati hospital with a piece of knife blade lodged in his back. And there are many unanswered questions in this whole process. The first and foremost, what was the motive? Money? Was it a kidnapping attempt? Was it for ransom? The attacker is out at large, and yet the police, within hours of starting the investigation, conclude that it was a case of theft. How could this be declared without apprehending the accused? How did they enter the Saifina quadruplex? Did he hide in the air conditioner duct of the house for hours before the stabbing incident? And is that the reason no one spotted him coming in or out of the house? And finally, how did he manage to flee from the building? House members were awakened by the commotion. The man of the house is injured. There were multiple house helps present, and yet he successfully escaped unharmed. Mumbai police detained a suspect from a building in Girgaon. While he is being questioned by the sleuths, it is still not clear whether he is the attacker. The mystery around the Saif Ali Khan attack grows darker, with more unanswered questions than the ones answered so far. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's bring in Divyesh Singh, who is tracking the latest on the investigation on this broadcast. Divyesh, good evening. There's a lot of pressure on the Mumbai police because over 35 hours and they still haven't been able to nab the accused, nab the attacker in this particular case. Are they looking into the angle, Divyesh, that this is a man who clearly had known everything about the apartment building that he was breaking into? And, you know, while they've said the motive was theft, why did he so clearly target Saif and Karina's residence? He didn't enter into any of the other floors. He didn't attempt to break into any of the other houses. He directly went for their house on the 11th floor.
It is a suspicion, Akshita, as of now, that the attacker had conducted a recce before barging in or before sneaking into Saif and Karina's residence at Bandra. Mumbai police are investigating this case in all possible angles, but this will only be clear whether he had conducted a recce earlier before sneaking into the residence on the 15th, or this was he just entered the building and managed to get into this particular flat.
No, but Divyesh, have the cops confirmed that this man actually managed to enter the house by climbing through the AC duct, which is why they did say that he didn't break in. He managed to directly land up in the bedroom. So even if he had conducted a recce, how could he possibly know which AC opening, which duct actually leads right into that particular house?
Well, Akshita, as of now, the details regarding how did he enter, it is a suspicion that he could have entered using the AC duct. But for that, seeking clarity on that, to get more clarity on that, Mumbai police will have to interrogate the accused that Was this particular flat the target? Had he planned this attack earlier? Had he planned to rob the flat, rob Kareena Kapoor and Saif Ali Khan? That will only be clear when he's booked, when he's arrested, when he's interrogated. As of now, it is in the suspicion that he could have climbed. Yesterday, Mumbai police said that he climbed up the building using fire escape. Then he got into the AC duct. That is again a suspicion that he got into the AC duct and got inside the flat of Kareena Kapoor and Saif Ali Khan. Remember, there are multiple cameras on each floor. This complete tower has CCTV cover. On each and every floor there is CCTV camera. Along with that, there is a door camera as well at the residence of Saif Ali Khan and Kareena Kapoor, and that was questioned yesterday, that how did he manage to sneak inside the flat. So now the theory of AC duct comes in. It is suspected that he got into the AC duct. It did not go via door, but he got into the AC duct and landed inside the flat. So how did he know that he had to exit from this particular area of the AC duct to enter inside the flat, to enter inside the kids' bedroom or enter near the kids' bedroom? Remember, the statement of the caretaker in the FIR clearly states that he was in the bathroom. And from bathroom he came out. There was a light that the caretaker saw when she went there. This man was standing behind the door in the bathroom. Then he came out and went towards the bedroom. So initially he was in the bathroom. That is where he was spotted by the caretaker. This caretaker is the complainant in this case. So things will be clear only when this accused is arrested and he remains at large. It's been more than 40 hours.
The fact that he gained entry into that house without actually breaking through any locks or breaking through a door is absolutely scary. That he managed to get right inside this house, mind you, of a high-profile person, of a celebrity. And this is in Mumbai, in the heart of Mumbai, in Bandra, that all of this played out. So it's extremely scary to even imagine that something like this actually happened. And then he got away with it to top it all. Let's just put out the CCTV footage that we have. We showed you one yesterday. We've got now two sets of CCTV footage. One that shows, in fact, the accused going up. This is at 1:37 a.m. So you see that particular footage where you see him climbing up. Here he's got his face covered. He's really trying to hide his identity. He's not even wearing shoes. Notice carefully in that footage, he doesn't have shoes on because he's trying to ensure he doesn't get caught. We think that, he didn't wear shoes because he wanted to be as quiet as possible. He's still got that backpack on, however, and you see him walking up the stairs. Again, let me highlight that at no point does he stop on any of the floors. He's clearly headed up straight to the 11th floor. Then almost an hour later, the next footage, 2:33 a.m., he doesn't have that cover around his head anymore. The same scarf that he used to cover his head, that's now around his shoulders. He's making a run for it. You can see that he's in a tearing hurry. This time he's wearing his shoes. So we're going to assume that the shoes were in the bag. He pulled it out because he had to make a run for it and had to get away as soon as he could. You see him also very briefly looking directly at the CCTV camera, perhaps taking note of the fact that now his face is revealed, his identity is revealed. But despite the fact that in the second CCTV footage that we have, his face isn't covered, we still don't have details of his identity. We still don't know who this man is. We don't know why he chose to attack Saif in this manner. We don't know why he targeted Saif and Kareena's residence. Over 35 hours, he's still not been nabbed by the Mumbai police. The only thing we know is that he left from here and somewhere at the Bandra station was his last location. They are going through all digital evidence, but clearly at this point, no direct leads that have been established. One person has been detained, but he's not the one who's attacked Saif Ali Khan. There are history sheeters right now who are being questioned by the police to see if they can get any leads about who exactly that man is in the footage. But let's break down for you what the CCTV footage essentially establishes. And again, through the course of this, you will see that there are so many questions again arise over the motive of this crime. The attacker clearly entered the building premises just minutes before the attack. There were some who said that he's been hiding in the building for hours together. Well, even if he hid in the building for hours together, he makes his way to the residence of Saif and Kareena just minutes before and didn't hide on that floor at any point. The attacker was clearly familiar with the building's layout, knew that he should use the fire exit, knew that he should use the AC duct to directly land up in Saif and Kareena's house, because if he broke through the door, obviously it would create a racket and he wouldn't have gotten away with this crime the way he has right now. The attacker went directly to Saif and Kareena's apartment. The CCTV footage shows him moving right past several other floors. So very clearly, if it was just a matter of theft, of attacking someone in that building, he could have done it on the first floor, second floor, third floor. No, he chose to go right up to the 11th floor. The attacker also knew that the fire exit was completely unguarded, which is why he chose to take that particular path. This perhaps he could have established also if he had conducted a recce, which is why there is a suspicion that maybe he conducted a recce, or maybe he was someone who was employed in the building previously, because of how well he knew the building layout, the fire exit, who is where and whatnot, including where the CCTV cameras are. Let's, in our next report, tell you more about what really the CCTV footage has established. It's even shown the attacker's face very, very clearly. And it shows that all that played out in Saif and Kareena's residence took place in a matter of 1 hour, between 1:30 and 2:30.
The man who stabbed Bollywood actor Saif Ali Khan in his own home is still at large. India today has accessed CCTV footage of the attacker moments before the attack, where he can be seen climbing up the stairs. In the new CCTV footage, the attacker is seen going upstairs at 1:37 a.m. on January the 16th through the fire exit of the building where Saif Ali Khan and his family reside. Footage shows the suspect with face covered with a red scarf going upstairs without any shoes, possibly to avoid making any sound. Nearly an hour later, at 2:33 a.m., he's seen going downstairs in haste. This time, the attacker's face is not covered, and he's also wearing shoes. Later that night, the attacker was spotted at the Bandra railway station. Sources tell India Today he took the first local on Thursday morning to go to Vasai Vihar in Palghar. The Mumbai police has formed 20 teams to investigate the incident and nab the accused at the earliest. With Mustafa Sheikh, Bhavna Agarwal and Dipesh Tripathi in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
So clearly in that CCTV footage, there's just one person you see who's going up and coming down. But there are questions right now also being asked of whether more than one person was involved in this crime, perhaps helped in the planning, helped in conducting a recce, perhaps helped in briefing the attacker about where Saif and Kareena live and how to get access to their home. Divyesh is joining us with more details on that. Divyesh, is that something the Mumbai police are looking into? Is that why we've seen one person being detained who is not this attacker? Do they believe that there could have been more people involved in the planning of this attack?
Well, Akshita, you rightly pointed out that there is a suspicion that there was an accomplice who was working with the attacker, and he could have helped the attacker in sneaking into the building. He could have helped in planning. He could have helped in execution as well. So only this thing will only be clear when the attacker is booked, is arrested and interrogated. Meanwhile, there are several other suspects who are being picked up. History sheeters are being picked up. They are being questioned regarding details. They are being asked details about the attacker who is still at large. It's been more than 40 hours now, but the attacker remains at large. He's still wanted. The multiple teams of Mumbai police found across the Mumbai city and also in satellite cities across Mumbai, near Mumbai, but he is still at large. He's still wanted. Mumbai police crime branch, Mumbai police station teams, several teams are working to nab this accused as earliest as possible. Yesterday, the Mumbai police were positive that within few hours, the accused could be nabbed, but they failed. They could not succeed. Again, this morning, there are several teams which went outside the city in some of the satellite cities close to Mumbai to look for this accused, but yet there's no success. Yesterday there was a detail that had come to light that the location of the suspect was tracked to central Mumbai. Then it shifted to western Mumbai. But after that, there have been no details regarding his location. So
it's going back and forth. Multiple teams have been created, but so far there don't seem to be any leads on exactly where the accused could be. The cops are looking everywhere, but there's no direct lead as to where he could be hiding or perhaps fled from Maharashtra, as Divesh is also saying is very much a possibility. We've told you all the latest on the investigation. Let's now talk about Saif Ali Khan, who is currently in hospital recuperating from that attack. And look at that picture on your screens. That is the remnants of the knife, the part of the knife that was found in Saif's back, so close, just 2 millimeters away from his spinal cord. And obviously, if the same stab wound was in his spinal cord, we could be talking about a completely fatal injury for Saif. Nevertheless, the injuries that he sustained, 6 stab wounds, extremely serious in nature. He is currently recuperating. Doctors have confirmed that he even managed to walk around a bit. Let's get you all the details on his current condition.
The attack on actor Saif Ali Khan left him with multiple injuries, including a knife lodged in his spine. Saif was rushed to Lilavati Hospital around 3 a.m. in critical condition. Doctors acted swiftly to treat his injuries, which were described as deep and serious. A team of neurosurgeons performed an urgent surgery to remove the knife and repair a significant spinal fluid leak caused by the injury.
He sustained major injury to the thoracic spinal cord due to lodged knife in the spine. Surgery was performed to remove the knife and also repair the leaking spinal fluid. 2 other deep wounds on his left hand and one on the neck was repaired by plastic surgery team.
One of the critical aspects of Saif's surgery involved repairing a cerebrospinal fluid leak, also known as CSF leak. Cerebrospinal fluid is a clear liquid that surrounds the brain and spinal cord, acting as a cushion to protect these delicate structures. It also helps remove waste, deliver nutrients and maintain pressure balance in the brain. In Saif's case, the injury caused a leak of this vital fluid, which needed to be fixed immediately to avoid serious complications. Saif is now out of danger and responding well to treatment. Fans are hopeful of a speedy recovery as doctors continue to monitor his progress. Bureau Report, India Today.
So Saif Ali Khan is currently in hospital, and it's obviously been an extremely difficult time for the entire family, from the ordeal that they had to undergo at their own home, feeling unsafe in their own home, to Saif Ali Khan still being in hospital. Obviously, it's left a deep emotional impact, and we get you our next report on how the entire family is coping.
Saif Ali Khan is still at the Lilavati hospital. As the actor recovers post-surgery, the violent attack on him has shaken up his entire family. Saif was grievously injured after he was attacked, and that too outside his children's room of Taimur and Jay. Late into the night at around 2 a.m., an armed intruder invaded Saif and Karina's residence, held their kid's caretaker hostage and demanded 1 crore rupees ransom. Kareena Kapoor Khan has said that she and the family are still processing the disturbing events that unfolded on January 16. An anxious Kareena was seen in a rush as she looked for help soon after the attack. It was their 8-year-old son, Taimur Ali Khan, who happened to be with the blood-soaked father, Saif, at the hospital and reached there in an auto rickshaw. This was confirmed by the doctors treating Saif.
पूरा उनका उसमें blood था, but he walked in like a lion and only with his small child, that is 6-7 साल का उनका जो लड़का है, तैमूर है शायद उसका नाम, हाँ, उसके साथ वो वॉकिंग किए हैं. With so much of this, he is a real hero that way.
To safeguard remaining members of the family, Kareena, along with the 2 children, left from the residence in Sadhguru Sharan and is currently staying with sister, fellow actor Karizma Kapoor. While Saif's recovery from the injuries is a relief, but the emotional toll on the family is evident. Family and friends have been visiting them over the past few hours. Apart from Kareena herself, sister Saif Ali Khan, mother Sharmila Tagore and others did make a brief visit on January 17th morning. Sharmila Tagore also was seen visiting Kareena at Karisma's residence. Parents Randir Kapoor and Babita also visited her and the children. The other two children of Saif, Sarah and Ibrahim have also ensured they are in constant touch with Kareena and have been seen visiting at the hospital. The shocking episode has revealed how vulnerable the public figures really are, especially with regard to their personal life, particularly when it comes to security. With Gyanisha Malik, Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
Now, is there a bigger plot behind the Saif Ali Khan stabbing? The reason that these questions are coming up is that just 2 days before this incident at Saif Ali Khan's residence, that's on 14th January, a man was spotted trying to enter Shah Rukh Khan's residence, Mannat, which is a few streets away from Saif's residence. Cops suspect that the man who attacked Saif could be the same man who was trying to enter into SRK's home. Now, there's still a suspicion at this point, but obviously it's triggered alarm bells. And is there more to this case than what meets the eye?
A stunning twist in the Saif Ali Khan stabbing case. The Mumbai police suspect that just 2 days before Saif Ali Khan was stabbed, the attacker also wrecked Shah Rukh Khan's residence.
The person who's accused in attack at Saif Ali Khan also wrecked the house of Shah Rukh Khan. This is a probability, a likelihood which the police is pointing out. But what is confirmed is that on January 14, Retreat House, this property, which is a church property of Bombay Xavier and Corporation, was used to recce the house of Shah Rukh Khan. So this is the Retreat House. That person got a ladder and he used this ladder to do a recce around the Shah Rukh Khan's house, which is Mannat.
Police suspect that the attacker wrecked Shah Rukh's home on January the 14th and allegedly used an iron ladder to sneak inside Mannat. The ladder used by the attacker was 6 to 8 feet long. The police suspect involvement of an accomplice as the ladder was too heavy to be moved by a single person. No complaint has been lodged by Shah Rukh Khan himself regarding this yet, but the police are taking the matter seriously. With Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
And obviously the attack on Saif Ali Khan, and now some reports suggesting that there could be a link between the incident at Saif's residence and to SRK, has obviously rattled Bollywood. Many of them speaking out now, expressing concern, but also extending their love and support to Saif and Kareena.
जो आप कह रहे हैं वो बहुत ही सैड इंसिडेंट है एंड हम सब कंसर्न्ड हैं, हम सब फ्रेटर्निटी से बहुत कंसर्न्ड हैं. वी होप दैट सैफ्स हेल्थ इज बेटर एंड वी होप दैट ही इज फीलिंग बेटर. और आई थिंक हम सब बहुत ही शॉक थे जो हुआ उसके साथ. इतनी पर्सनल स्पेस में बहुत ही मुश्किल चीज़ है अब्जॉर्ब करना मुंबई जैसे शहर में. यहाँ पे आई एम श्योर पुलिस पूरी कोशिश कर रही है. ऐसा होता नहीं है बॉम्बे. बहुत ही मुंबई सेफ शहर है. यहाँ पे आप प्राउडली कहते हैं कि 2 बजे 3 बजे भी अगर आपका कोई फैमिली मेंबर, कोई लेडीज़ हो, वो अगर रोड पर जाएं तो बहुत सेफ रहता है. तो बहुत ही शॉकिंग इंसिडेंट है एंड वी आर होपिंग दैट उनकी हेल्थ जल्दी रिकवर करे. वी आर होपिंग एंड प्रेइंग फॉर हिम ऑल द टाइम.
बहुत दुखद. मेरा दोस्त, मेरा पुराने मित्र, महादेव उनको जल्दी ठीक रखें, स्वस्थ रखें. वो जो भी हत्यारा जिसने हत्या की प्रयास किया, जिसने धारदार हथियार से किया, वो बचेगा नहीं. उसको कड़ी से कड़ी सजा पुलिस ने उसको चिन्हित कर लिया है. मुंबई पुलिस पर मुझे पूरा विश्वास है.
सैफ अली खान जी पे जो हुआ महाराष्ट्र में, बॉम्बे में, इट्स एन अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट. आई होप police get to the bottom of it because this incident happened right in his home. So I do hope he is well. I do believe and I do hope that the police is able to nab, whoever has committed this ghastly crime, and our prayers are with him.
It's election season in Delhi, which means it's raining poll stops in the capital. You had the Aam Aadmi Party announcing today free bus travel for students, and the BJP unveiling its first phase of the Sankalp Patra, of the poll manifesto for the capital. And the BJP is also competing in the freebie war with the AAP and the Congress, as BJP Chief Union Minister JP Nadda announced a slew of promises all focused on the crucial women vote. The BJP manifesto has mentioned 2,500 rupees per month for women of Delhi and 21,000 rupees per year for pregnant women under its Mahila Samriddhi scheme. The parties also announced health benefits and pension for senior citizens. Mind you, this is part one of the manifesto. More announcements will be made in the coming days. Now, JP Nadda has lashed out at AAP and Arvind Kejriwal, saying that the only mission of AAP is corruption. But Arvind Kejriwal, on the other hand, has mocked BJP, saying that BJP constantly made fun of us for our freebies, and referring to it as freebies instead of welfareism. But now they talk of continuing our schemes.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के संकल्प में इस बात को जोड़ते हैं कि महिला समृद्धि योजना के तहत प्रति माह 2500 रुपए महिलाओं को दिया जाएगा और पहली कैबिनेट मीटिंग में महिला समृद्धि योजना फर्स्ट कैबिनेट मीटिंग में पारित किया जाएगा और दिल्ली की महिलाओं को 2500 रुपए प्रति माह देने का संकल्प भारतीय जनता पार्टी लेती है। एलपीजी के सिलेंडर में जो हमारी गरीब बहनें हैं, जो गरीब परिवार हैं, उनको 500 रुपए का सिलेंडर पर सब्सिडी दी जाएगी और साथ ही साथ होली और दिवाली में दोनों समय में, हर एक समय में, होली और दिवाली में 1 सिलेंडर ईच, यह मुफ्त दी जाएगी, फ्री सिलेंडर दिया जाएगा, इसको प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा।
रेडियो पे मुझे बताया बड़े एड्स चल रहे हैं मोदी जी के। अभी नड्डा जी ने भी कहा केजरीवाल की सभी योजनाएं लागू रखी जाएंगी। ऐसा नड्डा साहब ने भी बोला अगले संकल्प पत्र में। ऐसा मोदी जी भी अपने एड्स में बोल रहे हैं कि केजरीवाल की सभी योजनाएं। मोदी जी कहें स्पेसिफिकली कि केजरीवाल फ्री बिजली दे रहा है, हम भी फ्री बिजली जारी रखेंगे। केजरीवाल फ्री पानी दे रहा है, हम भी फ्री पानी जारी रखेंगे। मोदी जी आए और बोलें रेडियो के ऊपर कि केजरीवाल जो फ्री बस की यात्रा देता है वो सही है और हम भी जारी रखेंगे। तो जब केजरीवाल का ही सारा काम करना है तो फिर केजरीवाल का काम करने के लिए बीजेपी को क्यों लाया जाए? केजरीवाल का काम तो केजरीवाल ही ज्यादा सही करेगा, केजरीवाल को ही करना आता है। तो एक लाइन के अंदर अगर इनका पूरा घोषणा पत्र बनाया जाए तो वो यही है कि जो काम केजरीवाल कर रहा है वो बहुत अच्छा है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी केजरीवाल के काम की सराहना करती है।
Okay, let's move on to all the political updates coming in from Karnataka, where now there's a very public power tussle within the Karnataka Congress between DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah. There's a lot of buzz over leadership change in the Karnataka Congress. Remember that the Karnataka Congress chief is currently DK Shivkumar, and Siddaramaiah has been pushing for one man, one post, saying that DK Shivkumar is Deputy Chief Minister, so he can't be the Karnataka Congress chief. Now, shutting down rumours of all of this talk of a leadership shift, you had Randeep Singh Surjewala, the Congress General Secretary, calling the claims baseless and politically motivated. This comes after a minister in the Karnataka cabinet, known to be a Siddaramaiah loyalist, Satish Jarkiholi, called on the party high command to appoint a full-time Karnataka Congress chief. And that's what's triggered all of this talk that Siddaramaiah's loyalists want DK Shivkumar to be replaced. But DK Shivkumar has made it very clear that as a party worker, he will abide by whatever the High Command says. But he did take a jibe at Satish Jarkiholi, asserting that positions in the Karnataka Congress are not up for sale in shops.
मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि केपीसीसी के अध्यक्ष आ रहे हैं, तो बदलाव होता तो आ क्यों रहे होते?
Nothing, no one is eligible to speak anything. I appeal to them, I request to them. Party is more important. Media will not give any positions. Anything is there, the High Command will take care of all their problems.
Okay, let's also get you the story that came in of absolute panic that spread in Hyderabad after a gang of burglars reportedly fired upon a police team. Now, this was an interstate gang of burglars who were involved in a heist in Karnataka's Bidar, who escaped and then reached Hyderabad. The bike-borne assailants had shot 6 rounds, killing 2 security guards before fleeing with 93 lakhs intended for loading at an ATM in Bidar. So it was a planned attack that took place while these guards were in fact loading up that ATM. The robbers were then believed to have boarded a bus which headed towards Telangana, and an alert was sounded along the Karnataka-Telangana border. Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameshwara stated that the police have already identified the accused. They will be nabbed within 1 or 2 days. But the footage that you see there is from Bidar, where the security guards were shot down by these burglars, and they made away with 93 lakhs.
And while boarding on the local travel bus, the manager found that they are carrying some cash. So he wanted to ask what is this. Suddenly they opened the fire and they fled away with those bags. We already formed 4 teams from East Zone Police and Hyderabad Task Force. All teams are working on it.
Bidardu ಅವರು ಇಬ್ರು ಏನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಈಗ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಹೈದರಾಬಾದಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ 1 or 2 ಡೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಅಂತೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.